Everyone, I'm Keychain. Today we're doing another video for Uncharted Seas. Now the thing that I'm going to do today is I'm going to try and answer all of the questions I've been getting asked in Discord and chat rooms and comments on YouTube and all the things that I've been asked and try and put them into a video to answer people's questions. Whether it wasn't clear in the other guides and the other videos, or you just are catching up now, we'll kind of start from there. Before I get started on this, I do have a deal in the description for the US Amazon App Store. You can get $500 worth of Amazon coins for $375. So take a look at that offer, and even if you're not a spender of that caliber, the Amazon App Store is going to save you a little bit of money anyway. So like you can buy, $100 pack and get 20% off. So you're 18%, something like that. But it'll save you money. Okay, so getting started with some questions, comments, etc. One of the things I get asked about most is research. What's most important in research? Well, it depends on what your goals are inside of Uncharted Seas. Personal goal for me, the thing that I need the most, because I'm a rally leader for my alliance. I'm our top stat guy. I need the battle tree. I need to get all the way down to tier level 12 research so I can get this rally damage increase and the rally damage decrease. Because that means in my mega rallies, my mega garrisons, etc., I'm going to have more damage dealt and damage reduction. And since it's a mega, everybody else in my alliance is still feeding off of my stats and my damage. So this is the most important thing in the game for me to try and unlock, so that I can have an advantage over anybody else who isn't as far along in research. Now, backing up a bit, excuse me. If your goal is just to continually research and you want to do good on pirates and be able to kill a lot of pirates and do damage during the harbor phases, the bridges, and that type of stuff, the battle tree up top is going to be good for you, as well as just going through that. There's also, once you get down here, they have the rally stats and the damage, but it's for pirates specifically. So this pirate strategy raid is against pirates only, but it's damage, so that'll help a lot. Same thing with this one. It is damage received, and that's just against pirates and landmarks that are occupied by pirates. But those are going to help you if you're doing the PvE stuff. And then also way down here in the trees, Ultra Rally. Ultra Rally, if you're going to be doing if you think you're going to be a rally leader, then you're going to need that research. Now, the other things that are important to progressing through your research, fast sorting is a very important one. The faster you can sort through pirate loot, the faster you can do research and increase your tier, etc. One of the most important researches, I think, in the whole thing is battle supplies. Excuse me. So battle supplies, every 8 hours, you get a chunk of free supplies right here, and that's based off the highest level pirate that you've killed. So when I click this little eyeball, there's a nice little chart, and it shows, once I get to a level 15 pirate, I'll be getting 208,000 supply whenever I need it, when I have it saved up. The timer is every 8 hours. There is a research to reduce that timer, so it's this fast transport reduces the amount of time it takes to get your backup supplies. Additionally, there's this temporary storage that you can increase the amount of backup supply chances you have by 5. So you could get it up to 10. And if you're at, even if you're at like a level 8 backup supplies and you're getting, what would a level 8 be? A level 8 would be, 96,000. Well, you can save that up, and then anytime you don't have enough supplies for a research, or you're getting close to pushing through and you need a boost, well, you can just use your backup supplies to get you where you get you over that hump. Medicine storage, medicine production, those are going to be important once we start fighting, and I'm going to start focusing those soon. But I'm still I need to get my fast sorting done as quickly as I can so that I can generate the supplies faster, so that I can do more research and et cetera, et cetera. Once I get to research 10, I'll do fast sorting 3. And then once I get to 12, I'll do fast sorting 4. So how do this goes along with research, but how do I keep my pirates loot so high? One way to do it, it's tedious, but my highest march with my airship, I attack the highest threat I can, and I do them one at a time. Because the difference between each level of pirate is like a level 10 is 10,000, but a level 11 is 13,000, and a level 12 is 16,000 pirate loot. So by doing the highest threat I can one at a time, it's slower, but I'm generating more per kill on my stamina. So that maximizes my stamina to pirate loot effectiveness. Now, the other thing I want people to pay attention to is down here in the research. You see this right here, this pirate loot excavation speed, and it's 8,280 per hour. That increases each time you increase that level. Now, what does that mean? That's your gathering rate. That's how much pirate loot you get while gathering. So, here's my pro tip of the night. The thing that will help you long term if you're a busy person, if you sleep normal hours, if you work normal hours and you can't check the game all the time. Set intentionally long gathering marches. Now let me show you an example. When I go into my reports, this one's not a good example. This one, look at this one here. See, I gathered 700,000 food. Look at my pirate loot. 61,535 pirate loot. This gathering march took me 8 hours. And how did I do that? I have a preset march. Let me show you what it is. I'm in my gathering, or in my battle gear, my battle spec. I don't want to send any gathering guards. I don't want to do anything quickly. I want it to be slow. So I'm going to hit occupy, and I've got it set for 50,000 troops just so that it's over the threshold for all of them, so I don't have to worry about it. But when I send this march, we'll speed it up so you guys can see it. It's going to gather for a long, long time. And that means that I'm generating those pirate supplies while I'm sleeping. So an example is I'm going to put all 5 marches out to gather for 7 hours and 48 minutes when I go to bed. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have 300,000 pirate loot that's going to be churning through and being converted into, my supplies that I need. So that's how I keep that going. I like to keep one march going faster during the day, which is my airship march. That one I'll actually send with gathering guards in my airship so that it comes back when I need to use stamina. And speaking of stamina, I'll burn a little bit here, but I send my best march and I kill level 12s and, get the pirate supplies out of that. And I'll just do them one at a time until there's no more level 12s. Since we're talking about threats, how do you get the threats? How do you kill the threats? How, the threats are so hard, the pirates are so hard. Well, it's research. Research is so important to killing the pirates, and it's not only this battle tree. Battle tree helps, but look down here at the research level again. Battle intensity against pirates, plus 80. The next level, it goes to plus 140. So that makes a huge difference. That's a modifier similar to damage, where it, 1 or 2 points makes a pretty big difference when you're even in stats. Well, we're completely blowing the pirates out of the water in stats, but they're still killing us because they have such high damage stat against us. So increasing our intensity evens the playing field. And then things like, this one increases the intensity even more. Once you get to level 10, it's an extra 65. And then pirate attack strategy. Your attack intensity against pirates and it goes all the way up to 130. This one is your defense against pirates, your defense intensity. So there's different terms for it, but if you're stuck on research or you're stuck on pirates, keep increasing your research level and you'll slowly be able to progress through. Okay, so those ones were all just off the top of my head. Now I'm going to go through YouTube and we're going to look and see what some of the other questions were. So here's one. When you're attacked, can your castle lose resources? Yes. The answer to that is yes. Unless it's changed, I'm going off of previous experience, but you won't lose any of your troops. Every single troop that dies when someone attacks your castle goes into the hospital that they can be healed for free, using medical supplies or regular supply once you get the research. But you can have your resources taken. Now the caveat to that is, if you're inside of your alliance territory, you're safe. But an example would be, we'll come over here to where we're bordering an enemy alliance, or a friendly / enemy alliance. So see these guys right here, they're all inside their alliance territory and they're safe. But they did have towers over here previously, but I needed the nodes, so we took them. If you're in an alliance territory, or if you're in a territory and your tower gets destroyed, you're no longer safe. So if you're going to, be AFK for the night, or you're way out in the middle at the end of a long row of towers, like say you're let's look for one that might be way out. I don't really see any. Well, for pretend's sake, let's look over here. I think they had something going on where they were connecting. These guys were connected up to another alliance. Nope, they're not connected anymore. But there's people in here that were sitting next to towers, and if their tower gets destroyed, they're all vulnerable. So just be aware of that. Okay, next question. Let's see. People are asking what some of the tricks are, like how I've been able to progress, and they're having a hard time building up enough supplies for these large chunks. To go from research level 8 to level 9, it's 2.3 million. Okay, that seems like a lot, but what I'm going to do to get there is I'm going to let this get up to 5. So, sometime tomorrow evening, I'll have 4 of them, but they're 160,000 each. So times 4, I'll have 640,000. Well, my rate of generating supplies is 50,400 an hour. So in 24 hours, I can convert 1 million and like 1.2 million pirate loot into supplies. So there I'd be at 1.2 million plus 640,000 from the battle supplies. And then the other place that I'm getting a lot of supplies is in this supply points section right here. The individual rewards for this are pretty good. They start off small, but look, 4,000 points was 51,000 supply. 6,000 was 160. 8,000 was 230. 12,000 points, 390,000. To get to 18,000 points, it's going to give me 640,000 supply. So based on the rate that I've been earning solo points, that might happen sometime in the next day or two as well. So that's going to be an extra 390,000 that I can count on. So you just make sure that that you're not ever capped up here. You don't want to ever be at 1.5 out of 1.5 because then you're not generating anymore. If that's happening or you're getting close to that, make sure that you upgrade this level 1 supply storage. Okay, scrolling through the list, can players switch alliances during the event? Yes, you can switch alliances. You can freely switch alliances. We've jumped back and forth for KVK, for pirate harbors, for other things. You can freely switch. The thing that you need to be aware of is if you use your alliance donations while you're in the other alliance, that's going towards them. You still get your individual points, but they gain the alliance points. If you donate while you're in the other alliance, they generate the alliance points from the donations and the individual points that you earn. So keep that in mind. What else? So another question was, when do you need to start shielding? Kind of a tricky question, but week 2 is when there's a potential for PvP. If you're out in the shared zones, that's when you might want to consider shielding, especially if you go offline for long amounts of time, or you think that there is a chance that another alliance might be able to destroy your tower line and leave you vulnerable. Well, that would be when you'd want to be shielded. Okay, any other questions? Scrolling through the list. Sorry guys, I should have, I probably should have written them down and had a preset list, but I like to just go off the cuff with these things. So, do you know what happens when you destroy a tower? Well, when you destroy a tower, it goes away and you get it back into your pool of towers. So, an example, our pool of towers is coming down here to estate development. We've got 50 towers and we have 59 resource nodes. If I destroyed a tower, this would be 49 out of 50, and then I can build another tower. I don't get those resources back, the resources I used to create the tower, but it does go back into your pool. You do get to use it again. Now, the other question I've been asked is alliance research. So I'll kind of scroll through this. There's going to be different approaches to this, but here's how I see it. We are focusing first on getting as many alliance towers as we can, and we want enough resource storage that we're not overflowing. So right now, we're not overfull on any, so I'm not going to research this one yet. You see a couple of people went rogue on the donating here. But we want to get the next set of alliance towers here to get to 50, and the goal is to try and have level 7 alliance towers done before we start the pirate harbor, or before we cross the bridge. So when we cross the bridge here in 3 days, I would like to have 40 towers and enough resources to build 40 towers right off the bat. I want to cross this bridge, and one of the first places that I'm going with my alliance is I'm going to get silver and ore mines, because right now we don't have any of those on the level 1 zone. It's just lumber and food. So I'm going to shoot over here to get the silver mine. There was a cluster of here it is, 2 alliance mines, 3 silver mines here. Down over here there was an ore or an iron, another silver. There was another cluster somewhere around here that had 3 iron mines and a silver mine. So that's what I'm going to do. As soon as we take this bridge, I'm shooting across here to get silver mines and iron mines going as soon as I can, because we're going to be low on those resources. We won't have enough iron and silver to build all the towers I want. So that's my first priority. As soon as we cross the bridge, silver and iron mines. Get them going so that you can start generating those alliance resources so that you have enough to build those additional forts, additional towers, etc. And then after that, we're going to start moving towards the landmark here, where we can start having some fights. I may also potentially come over here and see, work our line over to here, lock this down so that it's ours. And while we're doing that, look at this. There's food, there's iron. I'll get a lot of stuff along the way. I've just got to find the best path. So there's an iron there, more lumber. We're going to have so much alliance wood, I won't even know what to do with it. Ooh, another tip. Let me go over that. There's one that I found. You get free resources. Now, right now it's a small amount, but you get free resources every day. So go into your alliance buildings, estate development. Click on the resource node tab here, and look down here at the bottom where it says resource bonuses. Once an hour, you can claim these resource bonuses. And this is based on how many nodes and what the gathering rate is of your alliance buildings. You generate a small amount based off of that. So you can come in here and claim that once an hour to get those free, little bit of resources. So not a lot, but every little bit of free anything we can get this game, helps. Okay, scrolling through the list. What else is there? We might be close to done here on the frequently asked questions. Here's one that was asked. Can you build your second fortress wherever you want? Can you go straight to this middle node and build your alliance fortress? My understanding and what I understood during the test server was that no, you cannot. After you go across the first set of bridges and you're in shared territory, your territories have to connect for you to build a fortress. I can't just come and build a fortress right here. I have to connect towers to it, and then I can build a fortress next to it, and the fortress will serve as a base for other towers to branch off of. But you can't just build wherever you want once you're in the shared zones. Now, the other thing about the shared zones is you've got to watch out for tile hits and things like that. You won't have any troop loss, but if people want to stop you from generating resources and alliance points, they'll be able to hit your tiles. So you got to be aware of that. Now, you'll always be safe in areas that they can't reach. They can't reach back into your level 1 zone unless they take one of the bridges that go into it. So gathering back in your level 1 section will be safe. And they won't be able to cross that bridge to fight unless they actually take, like, say they take this basic bridge. Well, then they could come into our default area and actually attack people in there. But if that happens, then you've just been kind of overpowered to a point where, what are you going to do anyways? Okay, there was another question based on that that I remembered and then forgot while I was talking about it. Oh, sharing a bridge. So, the question that I've come across quite a few times for newer kingdoms that have many different active alliances that are similar in power is how do you share a bridge? How do you get across a bridge? Well, if you're going to share a bridge, what would happen is, say we claim this bridge first, I would take this bridge and hold it for the initial 24-hour period after we've assaulted it and held it. And then right on the other side of this bridge, over here, I'll build our second fortress. So then we have a fortress on this side, which means we can cross back and forth to the bridge because we have territory over here and we have territory over here. So we'd be able to start building towers off of our territory here. And then when this bridge comes up for contention again, we let the other alliance take it. And then it becomes their territory. And they can cross and build a fortress over here. And once they place a fortress, then all of a sudden they're on this side too. And then they can start working together. Now, one of the problems with that is there's a cooldown. So they're not going to be able to come on this side for 24 hours. So, if you're there first and you agree to share it, you guys got to figure out which alliance is crossing first, which should probably be the stronger alliance, because as soon as you cross this level 1 bridge, there's potential for fighting. So you don't want to send the weak alliance across first that won't be able to hold the bridge when it comes time, or they're going to lose all of the landmarks because they can't hold any of the territory. Okay, scrolling through any more questions that I haven't covered yet. I think that's all of them that I can think of for right now. If I missed any, let me know in the comments. If you have even more questions, feel free to ask. I will answer it to the best of my ability. It's been pretty fun so far, answering all these questions and trying to help people. So let's see. I'm doing one more quick scroll through to see if anybody else had any questions that I missed. Which I think I've covered most of it. All right. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. And be on the lookout for random live streams. If we get into this level 2 area and we start having a fight and it becomes a big fight and it's fun, I'll shoot it up and we'll go live. We'll turn it on and I'll be here so people can come and watch the action if they're not getting any action in their own kingdoms or their own Uncharted seas. So It may be at random times on, Saturdays or Sundays or any evening night. If I decide I want to go and start a fight, I might just go start picking some fights and having some fun and doing some battles. So kind of be on the lookout for those. Okay, no more rambling. Again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and switch to the Amazon App Store and all that stuff. So see you in the next video.